In this video, I will describe for you some of the features of the Kowa TSN82SV spotting scope. I bought this spotting scope about 2 years ago to use it on the shooting range. At the range, you can shoot a rifle from about 50 meters through to 500 meters. A spotting scope is very useful because it minimizes the number of times you have to walk from the firing point to the target in order to check the target. It especially saves effort when shooting out to the longer distances of the range. I bought several accessories to go with this spotting scope, and I built a simple support platform you see here that I use at the firing range when I put this scope on the table to support the scope. So join me in this video as I walk you through a review of this spotting scope. This is the Japanese made Kowa TSN82SV spotting scope. Kowa also manufactures several high-end spotting scopes. I bought this spotting scope to use at the shooting range. It just minimizes the number of times I have to walk from the firing point to the target in order to check my shots. A spotting scope like this would be useful for animal lovers, for bird watchers, for people shooting at the range. I do think it is a little bit too big and heavy for hunters to take on their backpack hunts. The length from the front of the lens to the tip of the eyepiece is 383 millimeters. The weight is 1.49 kilograms or 52.5 ounces. The front objective lens has a diameter of 82 millimeters and the minimum focus distance is 6 meters or 20 feet. When you buy the product, it comes as you see with the factory objective lens cover. It's a screw-on cover, so it's a bit troublesome. It does not come supplied with any eyepiece. Users have a choice of buying a few different eyepieces to suit. Comes with a eyepiece cover. I built this simple platform to use this spotting scope at the shooting range when I put it on the bench. So I've mounted a simple camera base to it. Makes it easier to clamp it on and off. At the front, there's a sunshade. You can pull it in or out. That's a view of the front of the lens. I've installed an optional B&W 86mm XS Pro UV Haze MRC Nano 010M filter. That's just to protect the objective lens from damage. This is a locking screw. If I unlock it somewhat, I'm able to rotate the entire body. So that makes it easier for me to find a good orientation. When you're happy with where you want the orientation to be, just lock the locking screw, but to be frank, it's very stiff. It doesn't just slip out of orientation. This is what the rear view looks like, a cover, and this is where you mount your optional eyepiece. Note that inside there's actually a glass that protects the lens system inside, so that if anything falls in, it doesn't just go inside to the lens system. That's good. This is a bullseye sight because when you have the lens zoom, it is difficult to see where you're aiming. So you use this rough bullseye sight to roughly aim in the direction where the lens should be looking at. This is a focusing knob. That's it. It's very simple. So now I'll show you the accessories that I've purchased to add to this spotting scope. The first thing I changed was I replaced the screw-on lens cap with a clip-on lens cap that just makes it less frustrating. So this is an 86mm diameter lens cap. Let me just show you. So it clips onto the internal thread. Next, I need an eyepiece. So I bought the TE-9Z. It gives you 20 to 60 times zoom, and it fits a few other series spotting scopes, the TSN660 and the TSN600 series. Let me show you how it fits. Remove the cover. This is what the TE-9Z eyepiece looks like. Very well built. So you see a 20x marking and a 60x marking. So when you turn the dial, it can zoom from one range to the other. made in Japan. Remove the cover. What you have is the eyepiece is supplied with a see-through, there's no glass, and it just screws on. I take the red line, I line up with a red dot, and it will slot in. Then hold the eyepiece end, turn clockwise to lock. Don't over force it, it comes to a limit, you feel it stop, it stops, otherwise you damage it. So this is what the eyepiece looks like fitted. If I want it to be set on 20 times zoom, I turn the 20x to the dot. If I want it to be 60 times zoom, I turn it anti-clockwise and the 60 times will be on the dot. So it's a very high magnification, very smooth operation. The next thing I bought was the TSN-CV66. This is what it looks like. All it is it looks like the eyepiece that comes standard, except there's a glass. So I opted for this protective glass in order to protect that eyepiece there. To mount it, just need to unscrew it anti-clockwise. Comes out, take the TSN-CV66 and screw it in clockwise. So now there's a glass protecting that eyepiece. I wanted to take photographs with this spotting scope. I did not want to use a smartphone. I wanted to use my Canon DSLR camera. To do that, I bought this adapter, TSN-PA8. This is what the digiscoping adapter looks like. It comes with the outer body, this big part. Then if I loosen the locking screws, I can remove the inner body. You see the inner body has a groove. If I unscrew this, this is the conversion ring. This conversion ring is required on some eyepieces and not on all. Now let me install this digiscoping adapter to the eyepiece. I first have to undo the eyepiece. Turn it anti-clockwise to remove it. Done. This conversion ring is not needed because the inner tube screw thread fits directly onto it. I'll just show you. So it fits. But the way to install it is to fit this inner tube to the eyepiece. Align the dash to the dot and lock the eyepiece in. Then screw the inner tube to the body. That's locked and that's locked. Now take the outer tube with the locking screws facing the spotting scope body. Put it in that way. And then there's a groove where the screws will lock into. It doesn't have to be very tight. There you go, that's good. And because there's so many types of DSLR, I have a Canon DSLR, there could be others with Nikon for instance. I have to use the TSN-CM2-CE adapter, which will adapt this digiscoping kit to a Canon EOS camera mount. So open this up, and this is what it looks like. Kowa TSN-CM2-CE. This part of it mates exactly to a Canon EOS DSLR lens mount. This side has to face the camera. Now the threads are very fine, so never use force. Because they're so finely machined, they either fit or they don't. So there's never any need to use force. That's it, the digiscoping adapter is completely installed. All it needs now is the camera body. I have here a Canon 5D Mark III camera. I will remove the lens. There's a red dot here on the ring. There's a red dot here on the body. I will align the two dots so that it can mount. There's a click. Now that the body is installed to the adapter, this is heavy and so that will turn because I haven't locked this. So I'll get this into an upright position. Then lock this screw. And then unlock this once here on the adapter ring and align the camera so it's horizontal. And that's it. That's finished. It is ready to take photographs. I will take some photographs and include them in the video. You're now ready to take long distance photographs of animals, birds you're watching, or take pictures downrange. Well, that's it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative. Do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more and to help the channel grow. Thank you so much.